All right, Kylie, thank you. Well, there are only a few times in life when you really do get a second chance. The Hoosier Youth Challenge Academy is one of them. The program developed to really change the life path of at-risk young people between the ages of 16 and 18 by bringing structure and discipline to their lives and preparing them for the workforce. In this week's Eye on Education report, Major General Courtney P. Carr, the Adjutant General of Indiana, is here to talk about more about the academy that is making a difference in more ways than one. And General Carr is always welcome to the program.
Sir, very good to see you. Thank you.
Let's talk about the Hoosier Youth Challenge Academy. It really is part of a national program, these Youth Challenge Academies around the country. But this here in Indiana is in Knightstown, Indiana, at the old Soldiers and Sailors Home, right?
That's correct. And we started the program in 2007 at Camp Atterbury, and then relocated it to Knightstown, Indiana at the Soldiers and Sailors Children's Home, which was, that facility was vacant at the time. And we moved the Youth Challenge program there, and it's just a great location, very historic. Yeah,
great program to go into that historic facility. Talk about the Hoosier Youth Challenge Academy. The Indiana National Guard does so many things that people, I don't think, realize what you do in economic development and other areas, but this Hoosier Youth Challenge Academy is really making a difference.
You know, so the National Guard is a community-based organization, and this is a way that the National Guard can work with communities to make a difference for young people in the state. And so this program, we run 2 programs a year, or 2 classes a year. They're 5.5-month resident, broken into 2 phases, and 2-week acclimation phase, very structured and disciplined, as you mentioned. And then the predominance of it is academic, life skills, service to community, focused, confidence building, developing a life plan over those last 5 months, followed by a 12-month non-resident mentorship period where they continue to work with a mentor towards the accomplishment of their life plan.
And this is really instilling that military discipline and structure and those types of things into really at-risk young people, 16 to 18-year-olds.
Gary, that's right. You know, the statistics would say that there's a 350% greater risk of incarceration for young men and women that don't have a high school diploma, and 68% of incarcerated males don't have a high school diploma. So the facts kind of suggest that the odds are stacked against you if you don't have a high school diploma. And so this program allows young men and women that second chance that you talked about to get life skills, discipline, structure, and their high school equivalency. 62% of the participants in this program get their high school equivalency during the program.
Wow. And the numbers are do kind of tell the story. $855,000 in scholarship money awarded. So this is putting these young people at risk on a path to really contribute to the workforce.
Yes, sir. 30% of the kids will graduate with some amount of college credit through Ivy Tech and courses that are taught at Knightstown and Youth Challenge Academy. But then there's Ivy Tech and Lincoln Tech both give scholarships in large dollars amounts for kids to continue their education, and several will go on to college, some go into trade schools, but every one of these young men and women graduate with a life plan of what they're going to accomplish.
And I know as we wrap up, you're getting ready to graduate another class, I think, in another week or so.
Yeah, the graduation banquet is Thursday, and graduation is Saturday the 15th.
Yeah, and that's got to be a pretty prideful moment, a pretty neat moment.
It's standing room only in the Greenfield High School auditorium.
Major General Courtney Carr, the Hoosier Youth Challenge Academy in Knightstown. Really a cool story and really making a difference. Thanks for sharing it with us, and we'll be following the story.
Thank you.
All right. Well, a reminder, all of our Eye on Education segments can be found at InsideIndianaBusiness.com. And if you have an interesting story idea, please send it to segment producer Tara Twig at ttwig@growindiana.net.